Welcome to the first episode of the revised Inside the Leeway, stories from West Campus. Here we will be sharing memories and stories from the old West Campus building that was part of Pekin Community High School in Pekin, Illinois, until it was torn down and replaced by a Dollar General for some reason. Stories from the halls, the classrooms, and that unforgettable leeway. I'm your host, Scott Action Jackson, from the class of 1998, the year the West Campus closed down. Today we're hearing from SharonDavis, who graduated the class of 1997, 1 year before me, and was kind enough to share some of her memories with us from West Campus. All right, listen up, class. I have sent out quite a few of these questions to be responded and replied back, so this is what Sharon had to say on hers. The first question asked was, your first memory stepping onto the campus. Her written response was, my first memory of walking on campus was how impossibly big it felt. Not just size, but age. It was somehow both ancient and new. And to be honest, a lot of people felt that way when walking in there. When I first stepped foot in West Campus, I didn't go through the big archways and the boys and girls entrances. I didn't experience that part until like a couple days later. I went through the side building and went into the leeway. But yeah, the just the size for the first person approaching it can be impressive and just awe-inspiring. Second question asked was, a favorite story or moment from your time there. Her reply was, my favorite story is a bit odd. My freshman year, I took physical science with Miss McLeod. She was not only included tough as a teacher, but had very strict rules. You could not wear perfume or deodorant in her class because she had allergies. She would give detention if she smelled any on you. It was my class year that basically forced her to retire because we were tired of the unfairness. Again, it is not a nice story, but it was the first time I remember working towards a goal, purpose with my fellow students. Miss Katz took over after that, a much better teacher overall. I can honestly say I've never heard of a teacher that's been that strict as far as like perfume or deodorant. And it might be shocking. I mean, it might be even weirder considering, there's students there that probably go through PE classes where they have to take showers and try to wash off the sweat and stuff. And some who probably don't even take a shower, just put on the deodorant and stuff. And apparently this Miss McLeod would have had an issue with that. Detention for people who smell with deodorant and perfume. Yeah, no wonder, most of the students had a single purpose and goal to get her out of there. But I remember hearing about Miss Katz. I remember hearing a lot about her back then. I never got to experience her as a teacher. The third question. Who was someone at the school who impacted you the most? Sharon responded with, so many people really made an impact. Miss Johnson, who taught both English and dance my freshman year, and Miss Peck, my English teacher, my sophomore year, both put me on track to follow my dreams of writing. We got a writer here. That's something I'm trying to accomplish too, when I get around to it. But yeah, I remember Miss Peck for some reason. I might have had her for one class. I just can't remember that well. The fourth question asked, well, this was kind of a multiple part question, really. How often after leaving did you pass by the building? And have you passed by the area recently? How did it make you feel? Her response: when I lived in Pekin, I passed by all the time. When it closed, I was really sad. I moved to Wichita, Kansas in 2003, before the city tore it down. I was really upset over that. The old building itself was a historical landmark. That's true. That's really true. It was a historical landmark. And honestly, because of that, they should not have been able to tear it down. Oh, I still wonder what happened to all the plaques that they had on the walls in there about the old West Campus and the Leeway and stuff like that. Wonder if they were able to get those out before they tore it down. See, there's some things that come to your mind like years upon years later that you wonder if they actually happened or not. But yeah, from this answer, she did eventually find out about it, and yeah, it was really upsetting. Fifth question: if you could walk through the West Campus one more time, where would you go first? Sharon responded with, if I could walk through it one more time, I would start in the Leeway and follow it to that first main staircase, going up and trace my steps to all the classes I could remember the path for. I got a feeling a lot of people, if they could go back and walk through West Campus one more time, would really start at the Leeway and just trying to remember some of their paths that they took when they were attending classes. The sixth and final question asked, which is another multi-parter, if a documentary was made based on the old West Campus building, would you watch it, and what would you hope it says that we can learn? Her response: I would totally watch a documentary on West Campus. I would love to just learn the history. That right there is a good point. There's a lot more history to this building than just the closure, the teardown. There's a lot more to it. I mean, when I was part of a group that was trying to save the campus itself, we didn't know this, but there were others before us who tried to do the same thing. Why they weren't able to is beyond us. Overall, it is incredible how a single building can hold so many lives, laughs, and lessons for us. Again, thanks to Sharon for sharing her memories with us. If you'd like to share your own West Campus memories, I'm still collecting and waiting for responses. Just reach out, message me directly, or comment wherever you found this episode posted that you want to be heard. I'd love to hear from you. On the next episode, we will be sharing memories from Andrea Thompson Candrell that are about the auditorium. I have a few good memories of that place. So thanks for stepping back inside the Leeway with me. And until next time, let's keep her memory alive.